I'm going to tell you why your kids throw such crazy tantrums with their device use. Before I do though, I've got a small confession. I have had a poor relationship with my devices and the media that I consume my whole life. I was an obsessive gamer as a kid, or as a 20-year-old up until my 20s. I've had a bad relationship with social media up until, about the early parts of this year. And I had a really interesting insight the other day. I managed to stop watching all forms of content, social media, for about a week. And it was just the other day, I was watching some of the content that I normally watch anyway, riots in America. I watch a little bit of MMA online as well. And what I noticed was that as I was watching this video of this guy who was pulled over by the cops and was being threatened to get pepper sprayed for something ridiculous. You've seen the stuff going on online. I realized that my heart was racing. I was in an adrenalized state. I was having a full-on reaction, like I was in that car with that person. And I only noticed it because I'd had that gap in the last few days. And that's exactly what's happening with your kids. Their hormonal systems, their feeling systems are so sensitive and, as you know, so volatile in some ways that the content they consume and their behaviors and habits has a massive impact on how they emotionally react to the environment. So I want to give you 3 things to think about so that you can start to change the way your children relate to their devices. Number 1, you have to understand that children are contextual. They are not conceptual. So when they mess up and they have a tantrum, you can't give them a concept to think about. I told you to do your homework and you didn't do it, so now you're doing this. Take them to their desk. Take the iPad and their homework. Show them the homework is not done. The iPad is what you did instead. That's why you have the consequences to this thing that you did, because that is not finished. Or, take the iPad, take them to their room. Look at the mess. Do you want to know why there's a mess? It's because of the iPad. So give them the context to understand that. The second one, alternatives versus restrictions. I get it. We flip our lids, our kids go mad, and you say, no iPad for a week, or no iPad for a month, or you can't use the TV, or you can't watch this. And again, it's very hard to enforce those. And it actually puts the ball in your court as the parents because you have to police them. Rather give them alternatives. So say to them, you're not allowed to watch this kind of movie, but you can watch documentaries. Or you're not allowed on your device at this time and this time, but you can use them at this time and this time. You can't play Fortnite because it makes you crazy, but you can play Minecraft. Or you give them some other alternative. You can't do this, or you can go to a friend's house. The third one I want to give you is that right now it's insane to think that we can't have any screen time with our kids. You've got massive screen time as a parent at home working, so rather go for quality over quantity. So what I mean by that is that don't try and put all the restrictions on the quantity. Don't get obsessed with how much screen time, how much play they're missing out, how many this and how many that. Rather think about what is the quality of the content they consuming online. Are they watching documentaries, learning about coding, finding out how to create awesome paintings and doing projects and learning stuff? That's valuable screen time. So really push them towards quality versus quantity. I hope that's been useful. I am producing a webinar series that I'm very excited to give you guys. And if you want access to that, please use the link below. You'll get sent to a survey. The survey helps me understand what your pains, what your beliefs are, what your fears are, what your desires are, so that I can create exactly what you need. What I will give you in return, because I know your email address is worth something, is that I will send you 2 videos, 2 5-minute videos. The first video your kids will watch, the second video you will watch, and then you guys will come together and you'll have a chat about devices. It's not a one-time fix-all, but at least it gives you a framework to start the process. I hope that's been useful. Have yourselves an awesome day, and please click on the link, get to the survey, tell me what you need so that I can help you. And please share this with your friends if you think it'll be useful. With the webinar, we're trying to get groups of parents together. Social bubbles is what the media is calling them. These safe spaces in the kind of COVID context, but safe digital spaces where you know that your child and his friends and all their families are doing what you're doing. So groups of parents. So if you're interested, get a group of parents together, get them the survey, get them to send me their email address so that I can send you the 2 videos, one for your kids, one for you, and a conversation to have after that. And then hopefully we'll see you in a webinar that's launching in the next couple of weeks. Have yourselves a great day, and yeah, good luck out there. Stay safe.